Hi, I'm John Caparulo.
And I'm Brian Shinanigan.
Welcome back to Blatherrhea. I'm glad you could join us on this holy day. And what episode number is this? What are we at?
7? 7.
Something. I
Seven.
don't know. I mean, it's we're at 7, I guess now. And how are you?
Good, man. Good.
Good,
Just
good.
busy. We had good shows all last week.
Yeah,
Kimmel's
we
was good.
did the showcase show at
Mhm.
Wise Guys last night. I got off a plane that came in from Chicago, and then and remembered, oh yeah, I got to host this show at Wise Guys too. So yeah, it was fun. Doing comedy when I should be asleep. But
What time did that flight get in? 4?
Well, I got no. I don't see. I usually take the earliest flight home I can find. So it's like, I mean, I got home. I think I walked in the door here at like 10 a.m. But it's amazing how long shit takes me to do. Like I things that should take the average human, like taking a shower, get dressed. I don't know, because I come home and it's like I gotta feed all the animals that greet me at the door. I gotta I start unpacking my bag, but then I like throw stuff in the washer, and then I gotta it's just a lot of boring shit that you don't want to hear about. But I gotta do a bunch of stuff before. Then I gotta go clean up the dog shit in the yard because trash days the next day.
Uh-huh.
And I gotta clean out the litter boxes and.
So you got to be basically.
As soon as I get off the plane, it's like they imported a maid basically.
Yeah. You got to come home and do your chores.
Yeah. And I'm just I flew in to clean shit up, and then
Literally.
Seriously, and then I by the time I got in the shower stuff, I think it was probably 2 p.m, and then. So I got maybe a couple hours sleep, and then I went to Wise Guys, and we did the show. But it was the second Sunday showcase. I'm glad you were on it this time, which was great.
Good. It was
a good show. It was a good show from 1 to 15. I think we had that many comments. So yeah, if you're in Vegas, I think it's May 28th. We're doing the next one. So yeah, come on down. I host. We've got a bunch of Vegas's finest, and it's a good time. It is, and. Maybe I'll be awake the next time. Who knows? Who knows?
But dude, 10 o'clock is that you are, as late as you're up, you are definitely asleep by then.
That's the thing,
daily.
it's when I'm travel days for me are it's usually like the day itself is like a 36 to 48 hour span where it's like I nod off a little bit on the plane, but it's not.
But that's not good sleep.
It's not real sleep because it's like I can't. It's not like I can, because I don't have like my CPAP and stuff like that. I have to have my
it's horrible
my
sleep.
fat guy oxygen machine.
You sleep the sleep of the damned. It's like you're hungover when you wake up from that sleep.
Like it's embarrassing when I fall asleep on planes because I can hear myself like with that because I stop breathing and it's just like that. Or like the other day I had a fucking Crane grape juice and I got it on my lap and I do that when you don't have your CPAP and you wake up like this every few seconds and just splash fucking grape juice all over me and almost the dude next to me, but I think we're good. I don't think I fucked his clothes up, but mine were largely purple after that. So it was yeah. So it's always a drag when I'm traveling. It's always I stay up. Through one day into the next, and it's rough.
But I knew you were on short sleep, but I didn't realize you were on that short of sleep.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Sleep, yeah.
I was like, oh, he's a little tired, but no, you were rolling in on fumes coming in after that.
Seriously, yeah, it was. I mean, but lucky I'm in such great physical shape, so I think I can compensate for it by all the fucking yoga I do. Anyway, yeah. So we had some laughs.
Week,
so
yeah. How was Batavia though? Was it a good shows?
Batavia, Illinois was they were cool. It was it's basically a Chicago suburb. So and I always I always have good shows in Chicago. It's always nice people. It's really it's a newer club. It's called the Comedy Vault. I guess it used to be a bank, and now it's it's a good spot. I'm sure I'll go back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
so
Cap,
yeah. So what do we? What do
let's
we got
get
this
right
week?
into it. Let's get right into it, guys. We're gonna hop into the news. So this week we're gonna start off. I'm gonna put up on the screen here for you guys. This is a local Las Vegas story. The Wienermobile transforms into wedding chapel in Las Vegas. So so they did this. It was a limited thing. They did it for a couple days this week, but apparently it was so popular, they're going to not only come back and do it monthly, but they may just set up a permanent Wienermobile chapel here. People are religious about the Wienermobile.
It really is. And I mean, it's amazing because it's like, I mean, think about it. Last time you bought hot dogs, did you buy Oscar Mayer? Did you go buy real fucking, like, pork dogs? Like the conventional, old school, like, 1950s, 4th of July, fucking, just the conventional wiener. Because anytime I'll go buy hot dogs and hot dog, but I end up like buying, like the big thick beef franks or something like that. And
the Hebrew Nationals at least, you know what I'm saying?
What's
like
that?
It's like the Hebrew Nationals at least, like the big ones.
Yeah. That's usually you get the Hebrew Nationals or the Nathans.
Yeah.
Famous.
See, I can't remember the last time I got Oscar Mayer.
I can't remember the last time I was able to get married in a Hebrew National fucking wagon show.
Where's the Hebrew National mobile?
Where are they at right now?
I want a kosher wedding. That's what I'm trying to say.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at. So, I mean, I mean, look, I can see how. Okay, look, if you're gonna go get go have a quickie marriage or a quickie wedding in Vegas. I don't know. I think it's one of those things that I think people probably, they decide to do. They're like, yeah, let's go get married in the hot dog. And then I would like to see the numbers on those marriages.
How many of the marriages last? How many of the hot dog marriages last?
How many hot dog marriages really stand the test of time?
It's in the parking lot of another one of like the wedding place where Elvis marries you. Actually, this is the actual wedding place where you can get married by Elvis or a Klingon. You can have a Klingon wedding at this place.
Of course. Because why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
But I guess I'm all for anytime somebody will replace a church with with pork. I'm all for it. I support the shit out of that. But I still think it's probably one of those things. Like, okay, because especially if it's like, if it's genuinely like your real wedding. I remember me and Jamie when we got married, we had this whole thing. Like, set up. We were going to go, we did it back in Kent, Ohio, where we met, where we both went to school, and then we ended up meeting at a bar off campus, so we decided to get married at that bar, and, have all our family and friends over. But we had to still, the thing was that marriage, that wedding was actually, I guess it was actually just for show, because we lived in California. So we actually had to get married at fucking City Hall anyway. Yep. In LA, so we actually got married like a week or something before that, and so I remember we came to Vegas for I was doing shows, and it was maybe a month before, and I remember we had like the limo driver from fucking South Point was like driving us around to different like chapels, and I remember it was kind of a letdown because it really wasn't like TV where it was like. You thought, like, okay, if I want to go get married at fucking 3 a.m., I can go do that. And they were all fucking closed, dude. I mean, like, none of them were open. And this wasn't fucking Tuesday either. This was Saturday. It was like, if there's any time you would think that would be open. And they were. And I remember, like, I just remember thinking, like, and I'm not, obviously, like, I think that, the whole wedding ceremony and everything, Jamie really went all out with the wedding planner to make our wedding back, that we did back at the Water Street Tavern in Kent. They made it Simpsons themed. They really did everything to make John comfortable, and it was great. It was a really, really just a personal, very intimate sort of we only had a few people on each side that we invited. We just kept it really, really close. And, it ended up being the best way, I think, to get married. But I think because, we knew we had to get the license or whatever in California. Jamie was like, well, why don't we just do it in Vegas? Because we can just basically do the same. I don't know how it works, but with fucking licenses, I don't know why you need a license to get married. I mean, I understand why you need a license.
Because it's a financial arrangement.
Is that why?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why. Because it has to be recognized by the state, hence all the divorce, hence all that stuff.
Like have joint bank accounts and declare yourself.
In the end, marriage is a financial agreement.
Right, I get it. It makes sense, but it's still, I guess, just framing it as a license, like the same thing as so that I can go fishing or hunting or fucking if I can take my boat out or something. I don't know why it was all water stuff, but anyway, but yeah, it just seems so. We were driving around all these different places and getting out, and I remember my feature act that I used to take with me on a lot of shows, Mark Ellis. What Schmoes know? Check it out. He was with us. I remember him seeing me at one point, like when we got out of like the third different chapel to see if they were open. He just saw my face like this. I'm like, this is, why are we at this place? This is dumb. And I remember him looking at me like, hey, you don't have to do this, man. And I was like, no. I'm like, I know I want to marry her. I just don't want to I don't think I want to do it here. This is creepy. And but that we didn't have a mobile hot dog option, so I don't know.
You didn't want to call around though when you were driving around.
Look, Brian, I'm sure we could have prepared better.
Yes,
all right?
I know.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Drive around Vegas.
I'm sorry. I don't
morning.
fucking research my fucking hot dog wedding as much as you do. But I mean, I didn't think I was doing shows for the weekend. Yeah. We had a wedding waiting for us the following like a few weeks later in Kent. Okay, a Simpsons themed one. That
you didn't want Elvis.
Trust me, cost me dearly.
You didn't want Klingon. You didn't want Liza to marry you.
I mean, if you can manage to integrate Star Trek into your wedding, you're obviously doing something right. I mean, because I thought Jamie really made the sacrifice to Simpsons up our wedding, and that's a lot less nerdy than fucking Star Trek. So I don't know. I mean, whoever does Klingon marriage, that's weird.
So the thing about this that was funny, because it was kind of a lottery thing. You had to sign up for it, and they would pick you. So a lot of people signed up for this. But the line that got me the most from this was you got an all expenses paid wedding. I'm like, where's the expenses?
Right.
There's a guy just dumping hot dogs out, and they got a hot dog cart right there. Like, we really got you. We got you the premium hot dog water.
Instead of that, instead of like when they cut the cake, they're both doing that interlocked arm with a couple wieners.
Yeah. Oh, you know that picture is a staple.
I mean, there's just so much. I mean, especially with the hot dog. I mean, with the phallic nature of it, it's so much. It's just there's so many wiener jokes that would be happening at that point. But I don't know.
The employees are called hot doggers. So the people that ushered you got hot doggers ushering your event. So that was and it was the event was dubbed the Wienermobile of Love event.
Oh, of course it is. I mean, I don't know. I mean. I just would think that if with the Wienermobile, like if I were one of those people coming to Vegas wanting to rent a limo, that would be it would be cool to have an option. Like if you gave me an option of we have the conventional Cadillac limousine or the Lincoln, and we have the SUV for the Hummer,
the Hummer
one, in case you want to go off road with your fucking limo, or the hot dog. I'd probably go the hot dog. I mean, because why the fuck wouldn't you? But as a marriage setting, I don't know. I mean,
these people sent out invitations. People flew into town. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that. Like it's an I would love to get married on the bridge of the Millennium Falcon. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to do that kind of a marriage or something like that. But I know I'm not inviting anybody else. That's always if I said I was ever going to get married,
including a bride.
If I ever said I was going to get married in Hawaii, I would just bring two of us. I wouldn't fly the world out to Hawaii.
That's what we did with our with our wedding. It was just like and that can become a thing because we were both like, we don't want to get into this where it's like, okay, I don't know this long lost cousin or something like why do they need to be there for this moment that's really really it's a really really intimate, very special moment that is supposed to be just about the two of you and the people who are really part of your everyday life, really. And it's and obviously Oscar Mayer. I mean, you definitely want you definitely want your hot dog maker.
I want little Debbie at my wedding. I think she's
right, yeah, exactly. I
want to get married in the Nutty Bar Mobile, Like.
Let's see, yeah. For me, like, what I don't know if it might be, would it? I don't know. Is there a mobile like jar of Jif?
The mobile Jif?
Or I don't know. I mean, potato chips, Werther's caramel, good as fuck.
Oh, but you would definitely get married at the Werther's factory. You'd be right there at the end of the line.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the ceremony, you just reach over and get a handful of them and be like, I love them fresh. Love them fresh.
Yeah, till death do us part.
Oh, so
really soon,
we know where you're renewing your vows.
We're filling up on hot dogs and caramel. That's right. You fucking little Debbie.
Oh, man. Well, Cap, we're gonna go from that story. We're gonna stick with a food theme. This is once again by our friends over here at the UPI, which is a great place for news. They got a lot of stuff, not just legit stuff, but other good miscellaneous news. If you're worried about lottery winners or animals stuck in stuff, go to the UPI. I'm telling you. But let me put it on the screen here. The world's most expensive sandwich returns for Grilled Cheese Day. All right. First of all, Grilled Cheese Day.
Grilled Cheese Day.
When's Grilled Cheese Day?
Yeah. I mean, I made grilled cheese for everybody on Easter. That was my contribution to Easter. Was Jamie, asked me if I would. I always end up, I was. She relies on me to run the grill for, or the stove, as it were. That's not even a good grilled cheese. What the fuck?
That is a picture of the actual grilled cheese sandwich.
That's the worst fucking grilled cheese I've ever seen in my life.
How much do you think that costs?
That I could make a better one between my butt cheeks.
Yeah.
Jamie Marie. It's a joke that I say all the time. She gets sick of it. That's not an attractive grilled cheese.
$214 for that grilled cheese. Yeah.
Why? Like, why?
It's the quintessential grilled cheese. It has to be ordered 48 hours in advance to cook that. Okay?
Why? I mean, it gets cold in fucking a minute and a half.
It's made on a French Pullman champagne bread that's made with Dom Perignon champagne. Oh. The bread is covered in.
You just need fucking you. We'll get into. I actually make a pretty fucking good ass grilled cheese.
So they have the champagne bread, right? Then they cover it in grass-fed white truffle butter before being filled with slices of.
We call it the Good Morning Burger.
Cariocaville Podiaco cheese.
What the fuck?
I don't even know what that is.
What is it called?
Cocavallo?
Oh, shut the fuck up, man.
I've never heard of that cheese.
You need orange is the kind of cheese you need. You need fucking. I mean, I used to just do Kraft singles, but then when my wife had to fucking break that to me that it's not real cheese, and
So then they slice it in half.
Even though it's playing the part.
And then I
said a long time ago.
They put 24 karat gold on where they slice the sandwich. They cover that space with 24 karat
fucking gold.
I don't know. I'm not a gold person.
What does that do for you? Are you gonna sell your turds? Like, what the fuck? What's the good does that do anybody?
It's like after the meal the next day, you're like, oh, yay, shiny.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Or bloody. How about that? Yes. Yeah, I mean, because you just crapped out metal.
You just literally crapped
is that?
metal.
Why do I need to eat that? Look, man, look, the key to grilled cheese is, number one, is you want good bread. I mean, I've found wheat's my favorite that I use, but, if you get into white, sourdough, whatever, that's fine. But bottom line to me has always been, you got to have 100% coverage with butter. And you don't want to fuck around and pull your butter straight out of the fucking fridge so it's all cold and it doesn't fucking spread right. So what you do is you either leave it overnight out so it softens because it won't spoil its butter. And or you can microwave, but you have to be gentle. You have to know how to use your levels on your microwave. But you soften it to the point that you can whip it, and then you whip it in a bowl, and you get it really really nice and soft, and then it'll spread like butter all over the fucking bread. You get it nice and thick like it's fucking icing on a cake. Okay, you butter it up. You get it 100% covered. Don't leave any fucking bread exposed, or I'll kill you. No, I mean it's you want to have 100% coverage, and then a thing that I ran across recently that I didn't do before, because like I said, I came up doing craft singles on my grilled cheese, and and that's why I'm the Olympic champion I am today. But no, Jamie and I think we must have found it somewhere, YouTube or one of her. She used to be really into cooking shows and shit. Was shredded cheese. Like fucking I always get mild cheddar. You can get a 3 cheese combo. You can get whatever. And you like what you do is you put each slice of bread down like side by side, and you put the cheese on one of them, and then toast them at first, and then flip the other one over onto that one. And then the key moment that I've had to learn over time is because of the flip. Because that shredded cheese does not bond well. It doesn't. So if you just try to do a conventional, you're going to have a fucking mess. You're going to have shredded cheese all over the outside or all the rest of your sandwiches that you got to make and piss everybody off on Easter. And so what I learned you can find on YouTube too is the perfect way to flip a grilled cheese. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Where the guy take the skillet and you flip the skillet and then you flip the whole thing over. Bam! I mean, I made some award-winning grilled cheese on Easter, and I'm okay with saying that about myself. And then I had some blue ribbon diarrhea after that. So I think I was happy with my bunny day. But yeah, I don't. You don't need gold. Who's trying to eat gold?
No, and then
butter, cheese, bread. Boom, done.
Boom. And I've like I said, I'm a big man. I was on a grilled cheese kick for a minute. Right. And I think I went through every melting cheese you could get. Yeah. And like I was like going to the specialty cheese store going, what else you guys got? Let's go through some stuff.
Yeah, you can get adventurous with the type of cheese. I'm sure that type of cheese might be interesting.
I was on the King's Hawaiian bread for a while. That was good grilled cheese. I was doing some brioche grilled cheeses. Like I was really mixing and matching a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I think it started because I went to the was it the Iowa County Fair? I think it was the Iowa County Fair where they had like one of the most bomb grilled cheeses I think I ever had.
Yeah.
Like it was like so good, and I was like, I got to replicate this. And then there was a place in Santa Monica.
Well, remember they used to have the food trucks all the time. There'd be the grilled cheese truck come through all the time. Yeah.
But there was a place in Santa Monica that was famous for doing the rainbow grilled cheese.
Okay.
Where they did like it was I don't know what the cheeses were, but it was like it was good for Instagram and stuff, but it was a damn good grilled cheese.
Yeah.
And it was like at a donut place. It was that same place in Santa Monica did the cronuts and stuff. It was like they did that rainbow grilled cheese. And
right.
It was so good.
Yeah, and I think I look at that grilled cheese and like look, I mean, first of all the clear plate makes it look too fancy in the first place. Whatever that fucking thing is behind it.
Oh, that's the South African lobster bisque.
Oh,
South African lobster tomato bisque that comes with.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Also gold. Notice also the gold.
If I have room, why don't I just eat another grilled cheese?
Yeah.
Wait. What are you trying to fuck with me with soup? Like even the tomato soup thing. That's always been what Jamie likes that. Like the grilled cheese. People dip it in there and stuff like that. I'm not a dipper. I don't like to fuck up my foods. Like I don't like combining shit. Like when people when you get into like when you try to put too many good things in. Oh well, I like this and then I'll combine them. Like I like chocolate. I like strawberries. I don't want to combine them now. Just ruining two things. And I like this thing looks like a really fucking bad egg salad.
It looks like a horrible panini. It looks like a panini I got at the airport.
Right. It looks like somebody made one of those fucking pocket maker things. Yeah.
Like it looks terrible.
Yeah.
It's like, and they put a fucking flower on the plate.
So yeah, I'd be mad if I gave you $1.50 for this sandwich. And
I think I've paid $20 for a grilled cheese before. You know what I'm saying? And that was expensive. But I would have not paid $200 for a grilled cheese.
I don't think, like, when I'm thinking grilled cheese, okay, the way I'm talking about making it, which is, I don't think you could do better than that when you're talking grilled cheese. Because then you're starting to add, you'd have to add other shit in there that, it's just not going to belong anyway. I don't...
Well, and my brain wants grilled cheese.
Right.
If I got this with an unknown cheese, with a truffle butter outside, with all that stuff, my brain would be like...
Yeah, it just doesn't taste right.
What the fuck did you just do?
It tastes something else,
I'd still be at the diner up the street grabbing a grilled cheese
and now,
after.
I come away, after spending $214 on my fucking grilled cheese, and here I am at a drive-thru,
Literally.
That's
I've definitely done a bunch of meals in my day where we went somewhere else after because it was like, well, we spent $200 and I'm hungry.
I don't even want to get married in a hot dog after I eat that shit. That's terrible. Might as well make me a grilled dick cheese.
Your entire hot dog, all expenses paid, wedding, cost less than this grilled cheese.
Yeah, that sucks. I ain't having
Oh my God.
Remember when I said soften your butter? It's the key. It's the key.
It just doesn't even look appetizing, though.
It doesn't.
Got one thing on that plate. Looks
it's not
appetizing.
even. It really is. The bread's not even toasted right, and the bread actually looks. You know what the bread looks like? Is that like fucking ciabatta or some shit?
No, it's a
I don't really
bread.
know what ciabatta is. It's just, to me, ciabatta is like, it's the Italian word for stale. It's just terrible bread. It's always really thin, shitty, rock tasting fucking bread. I hate that shit, and it looks like fucking ciabatta.
But it's a champagne bread made with Dom Perignon. I don't think I've ever had champagne bread. Maybe I have. I don't know.
I'll fight ciabatta. Fucking ciabatta.
Is that
bullshit?
That's the next person in the Creed
bullshit,
movie.
Man.
He's fighting ciabatta in the next Creed movie.
Fucking bullshit. It is. But hey, whatever. That's just. Yeah, that's. You know what the problem is like, okay, when you have people with really, really, I guess, sophisticated palates, somebody who's with a really sophisticated palate should not even be getting involved with grilled cheese. Like, if you have a palate that's sophisticated enough to even entertain this idea, to actually taste the difference of having gold inside the food, or having champagne mixed in whatever it is with the, okay, you obviously need caviar, or you need something, you need Kobe steak or some shit. You're beyond the point, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's still just fucking grilled cheese. It's still melted cheese on some toast. And if you want to go spend $214 on a meal, let alone a fucking sandwich, there's no way the idea of grilled cheese can satisfy you. So, yeah, I say, you need to go find a better menu selection and stick your ciabatta up your ass.
Well, it's things like this where they do like the deconstructed tacos and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
it's like,
right.
why are you trying to fancy this up?
Because to somebody like me, that shit tastes fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Like that deconstructed shit, or that whole... I remember...
You guys have the worst fucking palate.
Well, yeah. Thank you for interrupting, dear. What was that place we went to that time?
About food, and you have
Remember we went to that place? Remember that place that I was so mad at that place. I was like a fucking angry baby in a high chair.
You've been so mad.
Yes, there have been a few places like that. One place we went to and they made me cook my own shit. Like, they fucking brought me that. It was like they brought me like a little grill.
Are you
and
talking like a Korean barbecue place?
It was some place we went to that they actually, I actually had a little burner, and I'm like, really? Like, they actually brought, and I remember I had to wait forever for it, too. Like, I was, like, waiting for, like, 45 minutes for them to bring me my own food to cook. But then there was that other place that was, like, the deconstructor, something like that. Remember, we went someplace like that the food was really,
Gastropub?
Yeah.
That shit.
A gastro restaurant.
Oh, that place. Yeah. Where are they?
Who's the chef that had one in Hollywood, and there's one here, a Bizarre Meats, Jose Andres.
Because
food I love.
I remember the server was asking me, like, what was it? I forget. Like, he was asking me all these, like, weird questions in order to, like, instead of just, like, giving me a menu to go, like, okay, I'll have this.
Because you can only handle the restaurants that ask you if you want ketchup or ranch.
It's always me who's wrong, okay? And the thing is all I wanted to do was eat. I just wanted food. I don't fault you for liking it. It's okay if you like it. I just don't think you should order grilled cheese if you have that advanced of a palate. And I think, and I've been thinking to tell you this too, is like, I need to stop frying chicken with you in mind because I keep ruining my fried chicken. Because I like it. I like it bland. I'm good. Because it's fried chicken.
Okay.
As long as it's successfully fried chicken, I'm
good.
good. I'm good.
Success behind it. It is doughy flour with no seasoning at all. It literally will stick to your tongue.
Here's the problem. You think I'm frying chicken to hopefully win a fucking game show or something, and I'm not. I just wanted to have I just wanted to have a decent fried chicken meal at 3:30 in the morning, and for some reason she's trying to fuck with me because I want to lead a healthy lifestyle. All right, just because I want to eat some fucking fried chicken in the middle of the night and make a mess all over the fucking kitchen. I'm not trying to impress anybody else. I just like fried chicken's good as fuck. And
you clearly don't like fried chicken because that is not
that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong, okay? And I will not have you telling me I don't like fried chicken, okay? Because I love fried chicken. Okay? And I don't want fried chicken to ever get word that I don't love it, okay, from you. Because fried chicken's good as fuck. And I like fried. So, yeah. Anyway, I over over-seasoning the shit out of it, and it's fucking terrible. I have been. Try the shit that's in the fridge. Try the shit that's in the fridge. I went nuts with the fucking seasonings, and it ruined the fuck out of it. It's too salty. And if I say that, it's too salty. Anyway, thanks for stopping by the show, and I really appreciate talking to you.
Nobody should listen to you talk about food.
What they are. They are. They're listening to me. They're hearing you, unfortunately, but they're listening to me.
And we're leaving it all in.
Yeah. Well, good night.
Let me tell you guys, we touched on some subject, a touchy subject in the Caparulo house of chicken. Touchy subject.
You know what? We're good. It's not like we got married in a hot dog, so we'll be all right. We'll be all right. It's fine.
But these restaurants are what I call 3 out of 4 restaurants, where 3 out of the 4 ingredients should be there, but that 4th one should not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I went to those all over LA, especially Beverly Hills. It's like, it's a Wagyu fed burger, caramelized bacon, Tillamook cheese, and then blueberry jam.
Yeah.
It's like, why is that
there? Why'd you do that? Yeah,
why did you do that? And it's like, that's...
And I'm always like, who likes this?
Yes.
Who actually sits down and is like, perfect. Like, I don't understand why you can't just leave. It's like they can't leave well enough alone.
Yeah, no.
It's like, okay, like, they figured out, like, when whoever decided to put cheese on a fucking burger was a genius. It's fucking genius. Stop trying to fuck with that.
Uh-huh.
Like, ever since one jerk came from the other side of the barnyard with some bacon and decided to fuck with it, and started putting fucking, now I got a sandwich that's this thick with fucking vegetables and shit on there, and some kind of swirly shit on the side.
Bacon jam.
Yeah, man. We don't need that shit.
No.
Fucking
no.
yeah.
We're simple men.
Yeah. I'm deconstructing your deconstruction. And yeah,
it was constructed that way for a reason because it was good.
Yeah,
it was good originally. We did not need to deconstruct it.
Perfect the way it was.
Hot takes here, guys. We got the hot takes. We used to sit here talk about food for hours, Cap.
Yeah,
you know the vibes. You know the vibes. But so then we're gonna take from one thing to another. So a New York museum, put it on screen, is building the world's largest Donkey Kong arcade machine. It's right. Okay, so what, you're building a big wooden box? I mean, like, what is an arcade machine? It's a box with a circuit board in it.
Right, so, I don't understand why, I mean, okay, it's big, but, that's, who's...
So somebody can say they played this is a Vegas...
So in case the actual King Kong comes along and it gets into fucking arcade games, he can play? Because, I mean, really... Who could play that video game? I mean, because are the joysticks oversized too?
Yeah, but I mean, they have a thing where you can sit there and you can sit and hold the big thing and tap the buttons.
And then use garbage can lids instead of coins.
It's 370 times larger than the normal arcade cabinet.
And I mean, so what?
Why?
Well, I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean, it still though. I mean, if you trust me, if you got on that machine and if you set an all-time high score, I guarantee you, Billy Mitchell will have a videotape to show that he has a better one. Here, yeah, it might have a line through it and fuck yeah, but don't worry. Yeah.
But of all the games, why Donkey Kong? You know, like
that game is, I mean,
but moreover, especially if you're doing it at a museum, why not make a giant multicade where it shows off all the games of that era? So people could switch
I think the whole idea is, because I mean, look, it's a retro thing, it's an old school thing anyway. So you know, the way things used to be with the arcades used to be, you know, each housing was just one game. Mm-hmm. So I can see why they wouldn't do a you know, I mean, because it could still be a multi-cade thing in there. They just have Donkey Kong on list on the outside.
That's also true.
But yep. I don't know. It was what was your favorite arcade game when you played in arcades?
Oh man, because when I was a teenager and stuff, we played tournaments. Like I played game tournaments all the time, and we'd go down to that Shakey's, and I love like the 4-player games, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Simpsons game. Yeah. NFL Blitz, we played the hell out of that.
Yeah. I played that when it came on PS1. That was fun. Mm-hmm. That was a fun game.
I still love going back to play NFL Blitz.
NBA Jam was my shit.
Yeah. Boom shakalaka.
Oh man, that was that arcade. I mean, because I remember that was my freshman year in college. I was in University of Akron before I transferred to Kent State, and it was like the student center or whatever had there was an NBA Jam, like they had a little like arcade, but they had an NBA Jam, and man, I mean, I didn't have the quarters to spend, but I put down a lot of cash trying to be, and I was so pissed because Michael Jordan wasn't on that game, so I was always Orlando, and I was because I could be Shaq, and I think Penny Hardaway was on there. If he wasn't, Nick Anderson was, but yeah, that was my team, and I don't think I ever got past the third quarter. So it was like because
you ran out of quarters.
Because you'd be losing. Yeah, I think it was like you'd be losing, or like if you were ahead at the end of the quarter, you got the next quarter or something like that. But I was always getting my ass kicked by the computer. But yeah, I mean, I ended up I think I ended up getting on a home console a few times. I think I have my iPad now. But I mean, I was like, NBA Jam was my favorite arcade game. When I go to arcades, like when we go to Chuck E. Cheese or Dave and Buster's or something like that now, I'm all Papa Shot. I play a shitload of Papa Shot.
Yeah.
That shit.
No, when I was a kid, because my dad, when he was a kid, played pinball tournaments. Mm-hmm. That's why we got into arcade tournaments, because he played pinball tournaments. So in my house growing up, we always had 2 or 3 pinball machines. Yeah. Because my dad just always had them around. And then my brother, for I think it was his 12th birthday, got a Star Wars, like the original Star Wars, like with the, you know, the grid lines Star Wars, the original. Like, man, he carted that thing around until deep in his 20s till he sold it for quite a sum.
Yeah, I bet he did.
But we always had video games and stuff, and like I remember all high school we would go to Sherman Oaks Castle, which is still there in Sherman Oaks. It's they have the mini golf and all that stuff, and it was $20 got you 100 quarters. Mm-hmm. So we go throw down a 20 and 2 free games of golf. Nice. So you throw down $20, you get your 100 quarters. Me and a buddy would count out 50 each, and then off we would go. Yeah. And man, I would just play and play and beat a couple games. Yeah. And play like Rampage.
Rampage was fun. I was like, I remember playing Lethal Enforcers on Mortal Kombat was good in arcade too. I mean, before it went to
console. Many hours on Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. I mean, I play Street Fighter tournaments.
Yeah. I always the fighting games were always cool. Like they were always like, because I remember that used to be a thing. Like when you go. When we were kids, like, in the 80s and shit like that, you go, or even the 90s, when you go to the mall, it was always just like, oh, it'd be so awesome when be a mall with a fucking Excalibur or whatever, the fucking arcade, man. You just, it was so fun, man. And the driving games. Fucking, like you sit in the fucking, I still like them now. When you go to, like the Dave & Buster's or fucking, any of those, there's a bunch of them around Vegas. Like, there's even one by the movie theater. Something like that. You just, there's so many, they're really cool now, too. Like, there's a Star Wars one that's fucking,
the pod.
Thing, that pod
I love that
you
thing.
Sit in. Oh, those are sweet.
I went through that whole game a couple of times.
Yeah,
I love that game. It's especially when you fucking battle on Hoth and flying around that speeder. Like, that's my shit right there.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. Yeah. So would you rather? Yeah. You get on the. I mean, that's actually it's almost like virtual reality. You're in that thing.
Yeah.
Or you could play Big Donkey Kong. Really?
Have you been to the Japanese arcade here?
I have not.
Yeah, it's on Spring Mountain, just before Decatur.
I bet they have really disappointing candy, but I mean,
honestly, because they have the claw machines with that great, crazy Japanese stuff in it.
Oh yeah, the claw machine.
But they have, oh my god, dude, they have all the Japanese games. The drumming game, the one where you flip the table. That's literally the whole game is flip the table. Like you're at a wedding, flip the table, and how far you can get the table, and how much shit you smash, and how much you can ruin the wedding is how many points you get. And they expanded it. Yeah. It's even bigger now.
See, I always spend a lot. My time is always spent with Papa Shot, and they always have that football one too, like where you throw it into the. Yeah, I always.
They have the arm wrestling one there.
I immediately go back to 12-year-old me or 10-year-old.
But they got the Pop Shots there. They have the ones the football one. I
go right for sports.
They got the wrestling one where you wrestle the computer. That one's a fun one to play too. Yeah. There's if you check that one out, and then Player One is another one over on Maryland. That's one where you pay by the hour, and they have everything. There. Everything in there.
Yeah, I love arcades, man.
Pinball Hall of Fame. You been to the Pinball Hall of Fame?
I have not. I've never been in pinball.
But they don't just have pinball. They have everything else.
Well, I mean, why would I think that being the Pinball Hall of Fame?
Well, but I mean, they still have all these old games, all these crazy apparatus games. They have because I like pinball to a point, but they have some pinball machines where it's the only one or one of two in the world.
Yeah.
And they're not behind a case. They're not. You could just play them. Just pop in a quarter. It's awesome. Yeah. They have this one game I really like. It's Open the Safe, where it's like a safe cracking game. And back in the day, if you open it, there'd be like a coin inside you would take and whatever. But now it just has like a signature thing you sign to be like, yeah, I cracked the safe. I spent 2 hours in there trying to crack that safe. I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm so close. I'm gonna do this. But and then my favorite part about the pinball. I
mean, you'd be in there for 2 hours trying to crack a safe, and at the end of that 2 hours, you're like, oh, I'm sorry it took so long. You'd be like, it's all right. I don't care how, my fucking arm's about to fall off. I'm still,
But they have a bunch of those giant car things there, the multi-car things. And then they have my favorite thing there is they have the old machines from Disneyland. The ones that make those wax sculptures. Mm-hmm. They got like a bunch of those there. They're literally the same machines I saw when I was a kid. They're the exact same machines. And it's best a little Pluto or a little Donald Duck. Yeah. Oh, it's stupid nostalgia for me, and I love it. But that's the one thing I like about Vegas. Even since I was a kid, they always had good arcades here because they had to. Yeah. Because you had to do something while your parents were feeding the slots, And especially when it was the quarter times, I would just run to my mom and get a handful of quarters out of her bucket and run back to the arcade.
Nice.
Oh, Vegas times. But giant Donkey Kong machine.
That's why it's known. That's why Vegas is known for family.
For family. Oh, they tried that for years, though. They tried that for years. But is it anything special, Cap, to have a giant Donkey Kong machine? I mean, it's kind of cool that it's in a museum.
I mean, if the joystick's big enough to hug, I don't know if it's really going to be.
Well, and that's.
I don't know if the gameplay is going to be that.
Well, and that's the hardest part, to go back and play these old games, because now that I have played, modern stuff where the controls way more reactive, more buttons.
You look at it the way it is right now. I mean, if you have to reach up to fucking work the joystick, and it's a novelty to see it. Okay, it's big, but I mean, I guess I would like to see the actual game screen to see, okay, is that impressive, or is it just big ass Donkey Kong? I mean, because look, I mean, I got we play games on this big fucking movie screen with the projector, and I mean, me and Madden play fucking, it could be a Tekken, it could be
Frogger.
Yeah, we play some fucking punk ass Frogger, and I mean, it's big, but it's still fucking Frogger. I mean, it's like meh, and I just think that with this, it's like, all right, it's big, but
I don't know. What, are you gonna hold your kids up there to like you're gonna hold your kid while they play it? Like, it's literally seems like it's made for adults.
Are you gonna hold your husband? Is really what it's gonna be. It's like, I mean, because that's what it really is.
You must
like,
be this
what
tall.
What dude is his wife's gonna do?
It's just gonna be emasculated.
All right, get on my shoulders.
Honey,
I hate you.
Get me the milk crate. Give me a milk crate. I need to get in here.
Right.
Oh my God. Well, that brings us to our story of the week here. This story of the week, I watched this game, Cap. I don't watch a lot of basketball, but for some reason we were watching this game in the Discord with some buddies.
Okay.
DeMar DeRozan's daughter distracts Raptors with screams during the Bulls game. Every time they shot a free throw, she would let out. Like, why would you even call it a scream? It was shrieking.
Right.
She was shrieking.
The worst thing is like because that was a Bulls home game.
Yeah.
Right? So she's probably going to be in that seat next home game too, and it's like, I mean, whoever's got the seat in front of her is not happy because
she was in the front. She was front row.
They've not only she did it, but I mean they really. I mean, the Raptors really encouraged her to think like, "Oh, thanks, you're the sixth man on the floor right now." Because I mean,
they fucked up a lot of free. They had a low free throw percentage.
They looked. I mean, it's a lot of them look, pretty bad. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, did she do that before? I mean, because it seemed like, because they were really the free throws that I saw they missed. Because I just saw the compilation video.
Yeah.
They didn't look like they were really good free throw shooters to begin with, but I could be wrong. They said that them as a team, they were about 80% or whatever on the year, which is good for a team. But I don't know. I think that's it's. But just
isn't that every basketball game? Every time there's like the people hold up the balloons and all that stuff, they wave shit.
When you think about it, I remember, Michael Jordan said like he eventually had to get used to all the flash bulbs. Like every time he shot the ball, like he's just like people would just start, with old school fucking flashes cameras. Now it's got to be even worse, But like there's just constant flashes going off. Like they talk about like with the newer arenas, like just how cavernous it is behind the backboard and everything, and how hard it is to shoot. I mean, I think they practice with all that stuff. I don't know how much. I think really what it came down to was that the television audience could hear her specifically because, the whole place too, like, it seemed like the whole place got real quiet, which is a better strategy. If you're trying to fuck up a free throw shooter and everybody's out there going, like that, it's not going to fuck them up.
Because they've been used to that since college.
But if you designate one person, like apparently they did at the United Center, it's like, okay, everybody shut up. Let DeMar's girl, let his daughter, we're just going to let her do the screaming. It's, it's a good strategy. I mean, it really is, as far as, getting people to miss, because it really does have to come in as a, it's a surprise. It's got to fuck up your rhythm. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wonder though how many they would have made. I mean, it wouldn't have fucked me up, but I'm money. So
but I got a tight J.
Fuck up
That's
my
what I'm saying.
shot game, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
100%.
I don't. I mean.
Yeah, clutch. Clutch.
You try that screaming shit, it doesn't matter.
Higher pitch. Hit the higher pitch.
Damn it.
Yeah, that one got you.
Damn it, Rick.
I don't know,
All right.
Cap. It seems to be.
I'm making two
It
shots.
seems to be
I'm making two
working.
shots. Here we go. Oh, come on. Ugh, that was ugly.
This is why you went undrafted. Consistency.
This isn't why, Brian. This isn't why.
This is the only reason why.
Rick.
I shorted it. All right, this is like a show. Am I supposed to like? Yeah, off the back. Yeah, got the. Oh. Cap, if only it was a taller basket. Oh my God! I airballed
I didn't
that
even
one.
scream there.
I fucking airballed
Make
that
it with
one.
the pink one.
The pink one. Yes. Nothing but net.
Oh, pink.
I'm seeing validity in this. She got it. Can she get two in a row? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
That's why Dad wins again.
Oh.
So you come in this house? No. No.
Don't bring that weak shit in here. But I still think it's like if you're a professional basketball player and all somebody's got to do to make you miss an uncontested straightaway shot is then maybe you're overpaid. I don't know, but it's I don't know. I
but
wonder.
Even her dad said that she contributed to the win. I mean, he was like, because she's like, I'm glad
Well,
I took
it's
her
her
out
dad,
of school.
though. I mean, who else?
But I mean,
is the coach thanking her? I don't know.
The results are the results. I mean,
I don't know. I guess we'll have to see.
Even the commentators had to mention it. More than once.
She's probably responsible for a lot of their success because I mean, the last Bulls championship with Jordan was '98. But what about all the ones they've won since then? It's been 25 years and they haven't won once. Thank you for rebuilding Jerry Krause. Anyway, it's he's dead. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry, but I mean,
hot food and hot basketball takes today.
It's still, I mean, it's. You actually watched the game? I mean, you happen to watch this game in real time?
Yeah, we were just. It was on the Discord because my friend Fudge is a degenerate gambler and he watches all that shit.
I always said that before. Yeah, I mean,
bro,
if you're, I remember I said to my friend Kevin. It was like if you're watching baseball in fucking in the middle of June, you have a gambling problem. So it's like it's the same thing where it's like NBA regular season. I don't know. I haven't watched NBA regular season. I mean, after Jordan retired, it got a lot less exciting for me to watch the NBA, but I still was into it a little bit when I first moved to LA because, when me and my friend Timmy moved to LA, we caught, it was like the same year we moved to LA is when Phil Jackson became the coach of the Lakers, and it was just like a seamless transition. It was like, oh, cool, yeah. All right, now we'll follow the Lakers. And, I mean, so I followed them through that whole championship run of 3 in a row, and, and then they took a year off, then went, that one against Detroit. But
he's a Chicago guy, too, so that's probably why he's deep in the Bulls.
It's been hard to watch. I remember I watched the finals and the playoffs, those last two the Lakers won. And I even got to go. I remember Sasha Vujacic, who was playing for the Lakers. He was dating Maria Sharapova. They came to my show in Hermosa Beach. Came backstage afterward. And they were like, "You want to come to a Laker game? Yeah, Vujic just put me on a fucking list." I went. Jamie actually went with another friend. It was when we were first dating. She was across the Staples Center from me. We actually met up after the game, but Kobe hit a fucking game winner. Like, it wasn't at the buzzer, but the Raptors. It was the Raptors too. They didn't have any timeouts, so it was essentially. I think he hit it with like 0.7 on the clock, but it was pretty cool because I never got to see that live with Jordan, where I was actually in the arena and to watch the sort of the master of the clutch shot make the clutch shot. It's kind of cool. It's a really energetic sort of revival situation. But it was in general, it's like the NBA is like, I don't know. It's become less and less interesting for me over the years. So.
All right, so you told me this earlier, and I'm doing a callback on it. You told me you put your name in for the 1996 NBA draft.
We did, yeah. Same friend, Timmy, the one we moved to LA together. I don't know where he found it. Like, I came home after, like the semester wrapped up at Kent State, and, we're both home for the weekend or whatever before the summer starts, and him and my other friend BJ, they decided to put I don't know where they got it from. They're like, hey, we're putting our names in as eligible for the NBA draft. Because, back then when guys would, like, come out early or something like that, it'd be like, I'm declaring myself eligible for the NBA draft. So they said that they did it just as, like, a goof. And both of them had played at least a little high school basketball. I just played pickup ball all the time. But they both put in, like, they put in a cover letter. They put in all their their height. I played, like, Timmy even played a year of college ball. It was D3, but he played a year of college ball. And, I didn't. And so it was like, well, we're all declared. So it was like, back then you faxed it to the NBA
So you
office.
just filled out some paperwork and
I mean, this is legit because Timmy and BJ both got calls from the NBA saying, are you serious about this? Like, they were, they actually had to check with them and make sure, like, for whatever reason, because they had to, dot all their I's across the T's or whatever. They never called me because mine was like, I mean, you just tell mine was bullshit. It was just basically like, I basically said, I'm declaring myself eligible for the NBA draft, the 1996 NBA draft, due to the fact that I was cut from Kent State's men's team and barred from all the women's tryouts. So I would like to declare myself eligible for the NBA draft. I said my strengths. I said my weaknesses as a player is my left hand as well as my right, and I was slow. But I said the pros were I look good in a tank top. So I I sent it in, and no, they didn't need to check with me to know that it was not bullshit, but it was but yeah, I faxed it, and I'm sure Rod Thorne or Russ Granick or whoever back then.
You went undrafted.
I went undrafted. I did not. Well, it's because there was only 2 rounds. That's why. But
It just got a little deeper.
Wait, you said you started in front of NBA players.
Yeah,
Wait, who'd you go to high school with?
I went to high school in the Valley, Montclair College Prep, and they were known for basically bringing in like the best. I went to high school on a football scholarship.
Okay.
Because it was like $10,000 a semester to go to this school, but like it was I had to play 2 sports a year, and like I did I did great in high school, but it was like I would say 9th or 10th grade. You know what I'm saying? And I was on the basketball team, and it was Jason and Jared Collins. Okay. I think Jared Collins went further than Jason. I can't remember which one went. One of them
was Jason Collins.
Jason Collins went further. I think he came out as gay later on. Okay. He was like the gay NBA player and stuff like that. Okay. But like we were both centers, and of course they were way taller than I was. And thinking back on it, I think the coach started me over them to shame them. Like, to be like, oh yeah, you guys aren't going to play good for me? Fat Whitey, get in there. Get in there, Fat Whitey.
This is how much in charge I am right now. Yeah,
I had a good mid-range shot. I could shoot some threes. I was not good at threes, and I was not good at layups. I was mid-range, baby.
Oh yeah.
Put me on the post.
Was it? Yeah, I played my only organized basketball. I played 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. 5th and 6th grade, I was a starter, but that was on a team that went 0-4 in 5th grade, or no, 0-6 in 5th grade, and I think we went 0-7, and we went 0 for the 2 years. Is what I'm saying. But I in 4 years of organized basketball, because I mean it was a lot of ride the bench in 7th and 8th grade, because that team had it was the middle school team. And basically, it came down. It was literally. I mean, it was the last minute of our last game in 8th grade. Like somehow I got put in garbage time, and and somehow we got on a break. My dude, my friend Nathan Boyd, who actually ended up going to Akron on a football scholarship. This dude was like a legit athlete, so I don't know why we were in at the same time. But Nate got it. I got out ahead on the break, tossed it up ahead of me. I got a layup, last minute, last game. So I averaged a half a point a year for my 4 years of organized ball. And I don't know how I made that either, because I am like you. I'm not good at open layups. Open layups just scare the fuck out of me. I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. This is, I'm hitting the bottom of the rim on this or
Ding,
something. Yes. This is going to be ugly. But, I didn't really, I was never that good. I eventually got okay by the time, because I basically majored in pickup ball at Kent State, played a lot of ball as in my
you got the reps
early 20s.
You got more coordinated.
Yeah, and then and then once I got into comedy, I found a competitive endeavor that didn't burn calories, so I just got funnier and fatter. So it was my basketball.
That's the name of your next special. Funnier and fatter.
Other than the hoop I have inside the house here, it's but yeah,
you can dunk on that hard.
I can. I'll dunk all over my kid. Yeah, and the cats.
But yeah, my high school, a lot of people there went on to NBA, even some NFL guys and stuff like that. I mean, people went at least had good college careers.
Yeah.
But man, my school also was like, it was one of those things where it's like, just get back out there. I mean, they gave me shots. I played the whole senior year on a dislocated shoulder and a broken ankle.
Damn.
And it's just like, just get out there. You got to make the playoffs. Just get out there.
Yeah, I remember that's one of the things that it really.
If I could go back, I would not play high school football. I would not have done it, because I'm still like, it's still hurting me to this day.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I mean, my thing, or like I remember my 8th grade season in basketball. I remember we were getting killed. It was in Steubenville. We go to Steubenville and we were getting just destroyed, and somehow. Like, I wasn't even paying attention to the game, because I basically was just like, I was so far down on the bench that it was like, I just basically I had to go to practice and so that I could get rides to the games. And it just became it just made me hate basketball is what it did for a long time. And I remember we were down like 25 when I got in the game, and he puts me in there, and I'm like, and all I was thinking about was, are we going to stop at Wendy's on the way back? And and
priorities.
And somehow I end up in the game. And I remember I got the inbound pass, because somehow I was point guard, because they weren't going to put me at center. And I started dribbling up the court. I remember my teammates like, Cap, like frantically. And I toss him the ball, and he like tosses a half court shot, because I didn't even realize there was like the buzzer was going to go off. Because I'm like, we're down 25. I don't care. And I remember we started walking to the locker room, and out of all people, the coach starts fucking yelling at me like it was my fault that I got put in. We were down 25, and I just like, this fucking sucks. I'm
should have just dribbled it out and be done.
I'll show you, sir. I'll be funny someday. So yeah, that's. But yeah, I just was. I never really had much of an organized sports career. I love sports. always really been into professional sports, especially football, and I followed the NBA a lot when Jordan played, and then a little bit after. But it's become I like the NFL still. I play Madden several fucking hours a day, but I can't really get into the NBA anymore. I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, now it's going to be bring your daughter to work every day to freaking yell at the other team.
Right, bring them to scream, because,
because nothing makes me happier than hearing people screaming while I'm at my basketball game
that's
trying
exactly.
to enjoy
So
it.
thank you for encouraging that, is, what we're getting at,
It's going to be the new thing.
Yeah.
Can you stream loud? Come down to our game. Oh,
well,
Cap.
At the end of the day, I think you should make your foul shots. How about that?
Well, that brings us to the end of another fine episode of Blatherrhea, Cap. Well,
we're here. I'll probably try to make some
yes.
foul shots, but
Well, so where can the people come see you coming up here?
You can come see me at Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club here in Las Vegas every Tuesday night. I'm also one Thursday per month. With the next Thursday I have at the Kimmel Club is what day?
The 27th.
So April 27th. I'll be 7:30 show, but any other time Tuesdays at 9:30 at Jimmy Kimmel Club here in Vegas. Check my website johncaparulo.com. Coming to Saratoga Springs, New York. I'm coming to Milwaukee. I'm coming to Tampa. I'm coming to Lexington. I'll be there
Everywhere.
So
Everywhere.
So check out the website johncaparulo.com come see a show.
Come see us. You can see where I'm at brianshanigan.com. Follow us at Blatherrhea on all platforms. It really helps out.
And
Instagram.
May 28th at Wise Guys for the other showcase.
Yes, for the other
Sunday
showcase.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
But follow us on Instagram. Follow us on YouTube. Like, comment. Join the Discord. You can talk to us. Go to blatherrhea.com. We'll send you to all the different locations where you can do our stuff. It's a one-stop shop for all things Blatherrhea.
Killing Crickets is coming soon.
Coming soon in the next 2 weeks as soon as I can finish editing it together. I think you guys are going to be really like that. It's more of a stand-up style show.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it'll be really good. And I'm also reviving Cap Versus, my movie review show, as soon as I can get off my ass and fucking start recording. So, yeah. We're getting
That's
there.
how it is. It's all good to want to put out content, but we still got to make it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And it's like we don't have other stuff to do. But that's another episode of Blatherrhea. Like, subscribe, follow, tell your friends, and we're out.
Yeah, peace.